You are listening to Zari Ballard's When Love is a Lie video blog podcast. Today we're talking about the female narcissist and why she has the male narcissist beat hands down. So let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to my When Love is a Lie podcast, where we discuss anything and everything having to do with narcissism in relationships. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The When Love is a Lie podcast is produced a couple times a week for your enjoyment, and show notes are found at my blog, thenarcissisticpersonality.com. Come back often and feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed and iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter at Zari Ballard and soon to be Facebook. I'm working on it. All links to blog, books, and social media will be listed in the show notes. Now let's get into the show. Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the female narcissist and why she has the male narcissist beat hands down. What's going on is that I provide an email service, okay, and I'm getting a lot of guys writing in. I get them calling in too. I'm getting more and more of that. They're all great guys, awesome guys. They all have good jobs. They're all good looking. They've got everything going on for them, except they're involved with a narc, okay? And the female narc, in my opinion, is the worst of the worst. She has the male narc the male narc would love to be like her. The female narcissist can basically get away with things because she's a female narc. She's a female. Okay, that's the way it's always been. It's always been that way in society. It's just been that way. She can cry, she can whatever. And they're all gorgeous. Female narcs are almost without fail drop dead, model, beautiful. Okay, and so that has a lot to do with it. Power of the pussy thing. You know, it's like, I know it. That's a lot of it. Okay. So basically she gets away with whatever she wants to. And what she's doing is just devastating. Just devastating guys, just blowing them away. By the time they get to me, they just don't have any idea what's happened to them. Okay, the other thing that really bugs the guy, okay, that they tell me about all the time, is that why would she just disappear or be disinterested when the two of you have this really cool thing going on? You've both got money, you've both got the resources to travel, and there's just all kinds of opportunities for you guys to have a good life together. Okay, she's in her 40s, maybe even older. Okay, why would she want to waste that? She's a single mom, and you're even willing to man up to the stepdad thing. Like, what woman wouldn't want that, especially at a later age? And the answer is that, sure, a normal woman would love that. She would embrace it and would know she had found the real thing. She'd be willing to give it her all to make it last. But this isn't a normal person. This girl, she might enjoy the trips and the fun, but only in the moment. The guys get caught up in the ego thing where they feel, and rightly so, that what they have to offer and what the two of you could do together is an awesome thing. But the narc, she can just turn her back on it because that's part of the game. You didn't do anything wrong. Her behaviors, what she did in the end, would have happened anyway. So whether you did right or you did wrong. This goes back to the no preference world that narcissists live in. They can take you or leave you, no matter what you have. You have to put the ego aside and see the bitch for what she really is. This girl is diabolical, and she knows right from wrong. She just doesn't give a shit. And we always think we're more important in the narc's world than we really are. The other thing is that the guys, they want to blame themselves. The girls don't want to do that. The girls they're not quite like that. The guys are desperate to find something to blame themselves for. The other thing that you have to think back on when you think about your relationship with the female narc It's always about stories. There are so many stories. There are stories about exes. There are stories about kids. There are stories about work. There are stories about so many things. And nothing, if you're telling the story to somebody else, it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all. So you have to look at this. And she tells you about her history. Okay? She'll say things like, maybe you'll call her evil. Oh, you evil, whatever. And she'll say, oh, that's not the first time I heard that. Or she'll tell you how this guy that she went out with for many years, she would blow him off all the time, and then he would always always come back. And we can listen to that. Especially the guys can listen to that, and they don't even associate it with themselves. I have to point it out. So she's telling you about herself. She will offer snippets of truth. Okay? We choose to believe the lie, but they always tell us snippets of truth. Okay? And that's what you need to go back over. And this is how you're going to start putting it in perspective. Okay? It doesn't matter what you did. Okay? Because no normal woman would do this. And you can ask, but we had so much fun, and she told me she loved me, or whatever was going on there. And I say, that's fine. Yeah. So where is she? Okay. If the sex was that great, if the times were that fun, if it was all such a blast, where's she at? A normal woman would still be there, at least fighting for it. They don't miss it. They can just let it go. And the guys are more susceptible to being love bombed. We're kind of used to it, the girls, but the guys, they're not. And they get caught up in it. They're devastated, heartbroken. And I get that. I get that. And then, I know where the good guys are. They're with the narcs. They're with the female narcs. You guys got to get way from the ego part of it. That's the whole thing with the female narc. It's a game. It's a diabolical game. She's going to give you a little, and she's going to take it back. And then when she leaves, she's just going to leave for no good reason at all. I speak with guys that move across continents to be with these women who divorce their wives. Okay, or usually their marriages were bad to begin with, so they meet the narc. She zooms right in on that. And they get all settled, and they're ready to go, and here we go. Let's do the relationship thing. Here we are. We're together now, and both of us are free. And they don't want to have any part of it. They back right off. All of a sudden, they don't care about the sex, or it's not you. Narcissism is a real disorder. It really is. And she'll be like this for as long as she can do it. For as long as until she stops having an effect on people the way that she does. You need to read my book, When Evil is a Pretty Face. It explains all about the female narc, and that it's not you. You guys are great. I mean, I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. And I mean it. You guys got it going on. And don't let this con artist come in and disrupt everything that is good about you. Don't let her do it. Don't let her do it. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. If you liked what you heard, be sure to share it with your friends on your forums, social media, and your Facebook pages. Be sure to connect with me on Twitter, my soon-to-be Facebook page, and at my website, thenarcissisticpersonality.com. My books are on Amazon, available in paperback, Kindle download, and on Audible, and at iTunes and Barnes & Nobles. I will see you next time. This is Zari Ballard, and this is the When Love is a Lie video podcast.